don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business, handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, match with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax.
Relax, 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 oh. Relax, 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 oh. Relax, 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 oh. Relax, 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 relax. What?
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and I'm these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah. Shorty oughta been my me. Oh yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left. Yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Up, downs, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the New York Jets. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go, gotta go.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hurry up. Go Delta.
Bridgewater now on second down. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. Green 80. Hey, spread left. Slam. Check 13. Here we go. Hey, spread left.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And he's got Moncrief. They can't tackle it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Green 80. Green 80. Move.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a play fake. Bortles. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Lucy. Move. 11.
Again, it's Bortles. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he is all the way up past the 25. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game. 2nd
down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Throwing. Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 52 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable. Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch. Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now Bortles. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense. If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one. They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal. Here's Bortles to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. First down, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Telvin Smith able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right? Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. Second down, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays. Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Bridgewater. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Bridgewater now from the 50. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. And now out come the Jags. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
11B, 11B. 4 down. Lucy.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. His throw incomplete. Morris Claiborne, the former #1 pick of the Cowboys there defensively.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Green 80. 372. Green is nice.
Now Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Cannon. And some room to maneuver. Room to run inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the carry, it's Cannon down to the 25. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They go again with Cannon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's Cannon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Bortles now on first down. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Clock running as Bortles hurries to try to get his guys set. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Move. 372. Hey, spread left. Spread left.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out.
And that's going to be incomplete. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Now Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Malik Jackson in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jordan Jenkins in there to bury him for a loss of 11. A final shot before half for Bortles. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Single. Check. Green 80. Lucy. Move.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete. The safety Jamal Adams able to break that one up.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Brought in by Walford, right side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when the other targets aren't open.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down.
Gotta go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that's complete to Walford. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Clive Walford, 54 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Throwing now is Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Bortles going to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
9, Lucy.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Green 80.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Henry Anderson coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Here we go.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Lucy. Green 80. Lucy.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Hey, 4 down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Here we go.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Let's go. Move. 11B.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Bortles to the former Colt Moncrief for a Jaguar first down. Bortles now on first down. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run. This is Cannon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Get set, get set.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater steps away to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Darren Lee in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Here we go, here we go.
From midfield, here's Bortles. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Marcus May with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And they'll run it here. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Airing one deep for Curse. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darren Lee picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Leonard Williams in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Marcus May with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Delta.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And that one's not coming back for Santos. It's no good, wide right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with 1 in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.